So you don't like your neck, you're seeing loose skin. You think I see this in my practice? I'd say 70% of people over the age of 35 are frustrated with loose skin, crepey skin with their neck and their jawline. I want to dive into 3 things you can do at home to tighten the neck, improve your jawline, and this is studied and backed by science. And you know I can't help myself. At the very end, I'll give you 3 things you can do in your clinic really quickly. I was going to make a comment on that. Number 1, let's go with the least expensive. Now this is a product I used to say under $10, honestly, about a year ago. Now it's under $20. You can find it for under $15, and it's cold pressed seed oils. One in particular for the neck, coconut oil. That's my number 1 favorite. If you had to go to a 2 and a 3, I'd go safflower next, sunflower next. So these are cold pressed seed oils, not essential oils. And you can find them organic for under $15. Now, when you use coconut oil, the reason we're using that as my number 1 is that there are a lot of fatty acids, particularly medium chain fatty acids. That gives you great absorption, but amazing hydration. It's the most hydrating of the oils. That's number 1. Number 2, it's packed with antioxidants, particularly vitamin E and vitamin K. Number 3, it really supports the microbiome. And remember, the neck is very thin skin, like the delicate under eye skin. So by using coconut oil, you get an improvement in your microbiome. Now, one caveat here, it can cause acne. It's a thicker oil, so you don't maybe want to use it on your face, especially if you're acne prone. But you can go down in thickness to your safflower and your lighter oil, your sunflower, if you wish. This is a great opportunity to practice neck massage. This helps with lymphatic drainage. It helps increase blood flow, circulation, and absorption. There are ways also for the submentum to use a tapping technique to help a little bit of fat underneath the chin. A gua sha tool is great along the jawline, and I include one often in my skincare packages at no charge. Don't discount facial massage, especially in the neck region. We'll go on to 2 more, but I want to hear in the comments below, because we learn from you on this channel, what are your favorite seed oils, cold pressed seed oils for your skin, particularly the neck? Remember, crepiness, a lot of it is from loose, fine, thin skin and lack of hydration. And that's why coconut is my favorite in this area. Number 2, and this is a bestseller in my clinic. It's the number 1 recurring sales. In other words, people buy this product and they repurchase it over 90%. It's called Nectifirm. Now, makes sense, it's built for the neck, but why? Well, there's 5 peptides. We like peptides in the neck because the neck is sensitive skin. Peptides do not cause irritation, and the peptides signal your fibroblasts to build collagen, so it helps tighten. So that complex of 5 peptides is built by over 20 PhD scientists. Number 2 in that product is, I talked about it, coconut oil. It's no surprise, even the high-end products use coconut oil and all the aforementioned benefits that I just talked about. Number 3, it has the most potent vitamin C on the planet Earth in THD, so tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate, a mouthful, but it's lipid soluble. That means it absorbs better than regular vitamin C, it's more stable, it's 50 times more potent, which is important for the neck, and it's non-irritating. It's more stable, it doesn't break down over time like regular vitamin C, so that your product will last you longer, but most importantly, it builds collagen better than L-ascorbic acid, our traditional vitamin C. So that is in the product, and there's one more ingredient that's, I'm sure you haven't heard of this one. It's very unique, and it helps tighten the jawline. It's called dihydromerica. This product is specifically designed to tighten the jawline. It's very hard to talk about the neck and crepey skin without talking about the jawline. It's somewhat connected, but in clinical studies, a 12-week clinical trial, remember, this is science-backed products I'm talking about. 94% of people had an improvement in their jawline after 12 weeks of using this product, and a whopping 100% noticed an improvement in two things. Number one, crepiness, and number two, photo damage. Why is photo damage important? The reason is this area gets a lot of sun. You might think it wouldn't because it's somewhat shadowed by the jawline, but the reality is people are wearing sunglasses once in a while, of course, wide brimmed hat. If you go to Japan, they have umbrellas, so this is a moot point, but we don't do that in America and most other countries. The neck gets a lot of sun, and it does not get makeup, which helps prevent sun exposures, but also people don't apply skincare to the neck, and you're going to ask me, Rajani, can you use it on the décolleté? Because maybe you've been remiss in this area. Absolutely, Nectifirm can be used on the décolleté. Let's go to number three. You have it in your closet already, and especially if you follow my channel here. It's called retinol. Now, if you follow my channel, you'll say, Rajani, you're wrong. I don't have retinol. I have retinaldehyde. Correct. That's the best form, and it's what I use in my practice in my retinol A, because retinaldehyde is particularly well suited for the neck. It's going to do a few things. Number one is it's a one-step conversion to the most important retinoic acid. The second thing it's going to do is build collagen. It stimulates your fibroblasts to stimulate your collagen production, and that, of course, tightens your skin. Retinols, retinoics, retinaldehyde particularly, is a skin tightener. Now, you're going to say, Rajani, the problem is it's an exfoliator. Well, not quite. And you are right. You don't necessarily want to exfoliate the neck like the face because you don't have oil glands on the neck. The neck is much more sensitive than, say, cheek skin. So you're correct, but it doesn't really exfoliate. It increases cell turnover. You see, over time, your cells get stuck down. And especially if your microbiome of your skin is not perfect, you're going to get the cells stuck down, and you want new, fresh cells coming to the surface. So that's what retinaldehyde does. I include in mine avocado oil and tetrahexadecyl sorbate, which is the most potent form of vitamin C. Vitamin C's, of course, are great on the neck. So if you have a combination retinol with those products, even better. Now, caveat here, because in my clinic, in my practice, I see people come in, my patients come in, they go, Rajani, I'm using retinol, retinoics. My skin, my neck has never been tighter. And I look and I go, you better stop it. And the reason is they have inflammation that's causing tightening. That will harm your neck. It will help reduce the precious fat that's building in your skin, because you want fat to help reduce wrinkles. The key is here, retinols, retinoics, retinaldehydes don't kill your fat pads. They don't kill the fat pads on the neck, but the inflammation does. And a lot of people are confused here. So don't overuse your retinaldehyde on your neck. How do you do it? You start using it once a week if you're not already using it, and you build up. What are you looking for that are the signs of inflammation? Of course, redness, rough skin, flaking skin, irritated skin, and when wind hits your skin, if you notice it feels sensitive, you want to back off. Go to your peptides. That's why Nectifirm and coconut oil and retinol A is a great triple combination. If you want to use all three, you certainly can. Now, you know I can't help myself, so I'm going to give you 3 quick ones that I do in my clinic. Don't forget, for your best skincare, go to quizmd.com. There, you're going to answer a few questions, and in under a couple minutes, you're going to get a result for skincare, for exactly your skin, for exactly what I would recommend to my patients in my clinic with your skin type and issues. And if you're using products that are mine, great. Other products, you're still going to get benefit from the quiz. For crepey skin, number 1, smooth PDO threads. They go in, they tighten the skin. They're gone after a few months, but the collagen they build is left behind, and you can use them submentum, where people hate their neck. Number 2, RF microneedling. Now, I talk about it in many videos. It's not exactly the device that you have to be worried about for fat loss and ruining your skin and your look. It's the person using your RF microneedling, so that these are needles that go in, they heat, they can get rid of fat, but they can also tighten skin. So who does your procedure is extremely important. But RF microneedling is something we use for the neck in clinic all the time. And finally, number 3, and many of you might do these at home, you can use chemical peels on the neck. Just remember, people think it's off the face and they can hammer the skin with extreme peels. You can't. To that point, we don't CO2 laser the neck very much because you have to be very careful. You can harm your neck skin with CO2 laser. So those are 3. Now you're going to want to watch this video on RF microneedling and facial fat loss, and one down here on how to restore your facial fat if you've lost it from devices, from dissolving, or just through aging and hormones. Stay tuned here. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.